Welcome back to Star Trek 25th Anniversary, the NES game from 1991, I believe. We are here at the final mission. We finished our business on planet Masaba. We got more dilithium from Lakithos, and we just obtained a fresh supply of dilithium from Hairy Mud on planet Shroud 4. We may or may not have caused a little problem with the Romulans, but that's okay. We're out of the Romulan space. We now need to leave the neutral zone, return back to Federation space, and there is Sigma Iotia. That is the area of space that we were in the opening of the game, where we got caught in the dimensional gate that sent us into uncharted space. So we really need to circle back around, get back to Sigma Iotia, and figure out what was that and how we can sort of fix that situation. So, Mr. Chekhov, if you will be so good as to set a course for Sigma Iotia. Engage. Spock says that a Romulan vessel has appeared on his scanner. We were leaving Romulan space, though. We were leaving Romulan space. What do they want? Romulan commander says, Kirk, Harcourt Mudd was a prisoner of the Romulan Empire. Prepare to pay for your treachery. Okay, they mad. Captain, the Romulan ship has locked phasers. Okay, so now we are going into combat. There's no talking our way out of this. Red alert, get those shields up. So now we have combat. We have phasers and photon torpedoes. Oh. Over to the left is Sulu's radar. Gives us a location of where the Romulan ship is. It just cloaked. There's a status indicator in the center with the Enterprise and the Romulans' shields. And on the right is a phaser strength indicator. It's full now to show how much, how long until the phasers recharge. That being said, we also have a target lock. We can fire photon torpedoes. And we can fire phasers. Try to dodge the phasers. If I can get locked on... I missed. I'm going to try to lock on, and then my torpedoes won't miss. Okay, so I have knocked out the Klingons' forward shields. My starboard shields are weak. See the bird of prey painted on the bottom hull of the Romulan ship. See the torpedo curves and hits it. Okay, weakened its shields. It's very short combat. Pause. Okay. Pause. Okay. Got it. Shields down. Firing phasers. And it's destroyed. Very simplistic, but fun combat. Secure from red alert. Continue on course, Mr. Sulu. It was mad. It's a good thing we're pretty much out of Romulan space. Captain, destination in range. Slow to impulse. Standard orbit, Mr. Sulu. I don't know if anyone has watched the episode A Piece of the Action. A Piece of the Action took place on Sigma Iotia. This mission is actually a sequel to the episode A Piece of the Action. We've been here before in a previous episode. Spock, anything to tell us about this planet? Being monitored by Romulan ships in this area. Oof. Yeah, I don't think we should go back to Romulan space anytime soon. Uhura, status please. Picking up a lot of subspace activity, but all in Romulan. Well, now we need to beam down. We're not worried about dilithium this time. It's the only time we're not. We're just trying to resolve whatever caused the dimensional gate. This time, we're going to take Mr. Spock. You always take Mr. Spock. You're going to need Spock for whatever it is that you do. This time, we're going to take Spock, of course. I'm not going to take Dr. McCoy this time. I'll tell you why in a moment. We took the geologist on Lakeithos. We used the biologist on Shroud 4. This time, we're going to take a historian. So we're going to beam down with Mr. Spock and a historian. In our cutscene with Mr. Spock. Spock, have you determined how to close the dimensional gate? Insufficient data, Captain. Perhaps something on the planet will prove as a clue to its origin. If there's such a clue, let's hope we find it. And because this is an adventure game, you can count on there being a clue down there. And for anyone who has seen the episode of the original series called A Piece of the Action, you will immediately realize that this does not look like that planet. In fact, it looks like an abandoned dystopian place. Can't get in there. Does the historian have anything to say? All readings indicate nothing unusual. Mr. Spock. Tricorder readings indicate, reveal abnormally high levels of radiation. I cannot speculate as to their origins. A lot of radiation. It's like a war zone. The historian says that he found a library computer access card and some books. We can find a computer. If we can find a computer, we can access it with this card. He's just going to add it to our inventory. He's not even going to ask, and I appreciate that. There's really no point in asking me. If it can be picked up, it needs to be in our pocket. That's all we can say. Kind of hard to read, but it looks like the text above the door says, or maybe once said, public library? Public library, maybe? Yeah, it looks like a library. Oh, what's that? Spock says it is a library computer terminal. If we had an access card, perhaps we could find out what happened to the planet's inhabitants. Oh yeah, it was a living, breathing planet when we visited before. I mean, they did have to fire the ship's phasers at the planet to stun everybody, but I mean, they woke up. So let's ask the historian to use the library card. So our historian says that it appears that the Iotans were trying to develop a dimensional gate. Sound familiar? Wait, here's something. A Federation communicator was left here at the time of our last visit. The increased knowledge from that technology allowed the Iotans to begin dimensional gate experiments that ultimately led to their destruction. Captain, we must go back in time to correct the error, because time travel seems like the most practical means of correcting a mistake. Kirk to Enterprise. Mr. Scott, prepare for the warp speed breakaway maneuver. They also used that in a previous episode. Tomorrow is yesterday? Return to tomorrow? I get all those time travel episodes confused. They used the slingshot maneuver around the sun when they went back in time and met Captain Christopher from NASA. Kirk to Enterprise, 3 to beam up. Back on board the Enterprise. Short mission. Mr. Chekhov, compute a trajectory around the Iotian sun. Feed the data to Mr. Spock's console. They missed an apostrophe. Aye, sir. Scotty, we'll need as much power as you can give us in 5 minutes. Aye, I'll give you that and a wee bit more. He's not complaining about the engines this time, so that's good. Mr. Spock, execute as soon as you're ready. Mr. Sulu, accelerate to maximum warp on my signal. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, Mr. Sulu. I've seen this before. Ah, stars. We made it, exclaims Chekhov. Approaching our destination, Captain. So we're back at Sigma Iotia. Sigma Iota. But Sigma Iota of the past. Look at that. The planet looks a whole lot more healthy than it did before. Now in standard orbit. Mr. Spock, you and Dr. McCoy will accompany me to the transporter room. Mr. Spock, do you understand our objective? I'm glad that Kirk explains this because every mission so far has just been getting dilithium crystals, but that's not what we're here for. So, Mr. Spock, elaborate. Yes, Captain. To correct an error made by Dr. McCoy on our first visit to Sigma Iotia. This time, let's keep an eye on the good doctor and ensure he doesn't make another one. So back with the OGs, Captain Kirk, Mr. Spock, and Dr. McCoy. So this mission, this planet is a direct sequel to A Piece of the Action, the episode A Piece of the Action. Characters, situations, the episode ended with McCoy saying that he couldn't find his communicator and he thinks he left it on the planet. We find out that he did. You can look all you want, just don't touch anything, the guard says. They're armed. There's a payphone. We did go back in time. Here is a police station. Can I help you? The police officer asks. There's a gutter. Never noticed There's, oh. Unless Box Kracko knows you're coming, you can't get in. Kracko was in one of the episodes. Or in the episode, a piece of the action. There's a stick. Appears to be a wooden stick about 79.34 centimeters in length. Always add it to our inventory. Always add it to our inventory. Got his drum gun. No one enters the building without Boss Oxmix's permission. No. Don't have permission from Oxmix. Got a bar? What's up, bartender? Hey, Kirk. Oxmix has been asking about you. Here's the number where you can reach him. Oh. He's a patron of the bar. Bones says that he appears to be unconscious. Would you like me to revive him? Oh my goodness, he's drunk. My head feels like it's going to explode. Hey, are you one of Bobo's men? I got the phony plates for Sharky's counterfeit operation. If you've got the rocks, I'll trade them to you. Haven't picked up any rocks, just a stick. A spark plug? Captain, I believe the item is called a hairpin. Shall I add it to our inventory? You know the standing order. This right here bothered me so much as a kid. I got stuck on this planet and could not figure out what to do, and I was convinced that this was a clue. That second window on the bottom from the left is gray. It's white, unlike all the other windows. There are no other windows on this planet that look like that, except for that one. That is the only one, and I was convinced that it was some kind of clue, that something I could interact with it, I could do something, and it's not. I have no idea why this window right here looks the way that it does, and no other window on this planet looks like that. The developers had to have designed that window to look like that intentionally. It couldn't have just been an accident. It's not some kind of graphical glitch. And I don't understand. It just messes with me every time I play this game. I was convinced it was something, but it's not. I just had to get that off my chest. Hey, what's up? Sir, will you help my dog? There was a shootout and my dog accidentally got hurt. Please, sir, you got to help my dog. Will you? Fortunately, we do have someone who practices medicine on our away team. Dr. McCoy. They don't call him doctor for nothing. See what you can do about that dog. And you already know it. You already know what he's going to say. You already know what he's going to say. I'm a doctor, not a veterinarian, but I'll try. It looks like he'll be alright. Thanks, mister. Here, all I can pay you with is this gumball. Bye. Okay. This bone is very interesting, Captain. It is very strong for its small size. Add it to our inventory? Yes. Ba 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 ba. Jim, I've seen one of these in a history book. I think you're supposed to put a coin in it if you want to use it. I wonder if the historian would be fun to bring down. He could give us more context about things. The game doesn't give you the option to bring a historian down, but you can always beam back up to the ship and choose your own landing party. This is the right one, though. There are several coins at the bottom of the gutter. I would estimate they are 73.21 centimeters below the metal grating. Well, we have a stick. It's about that long. The stick will reach the coin, Captain. However, how will we get the coin to stick to the end of it? What would make it sticky? Nom 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 nom. Gumball! Good work, Captain. I'll add them to our inventory. The coins, he means. So now we're going to put the coins in the payphone. Hi, this is the operator. Please give me the number you're trying to call. So we're going to tell the operator the phone number. Hello, Kirk. I didn't expect to hear from you so soon. Word's out that you're looking for the walkie-talkie. Why don't you come down to my place and I'll tell you what I know about it. I'll make sure to tell the boys to let you in. Now remind me again, was that Krakow or Oxmix? It was Oxmix, wasn't it? Go ahead, Boss Oxmix is waiting for you. So this is Boss Oxmix. Oxmix was in Piece of the Action. Kirk, nice to see you again. I have some bad news. A couple of days ago, some of Sharky's men broke in and stole the communicator from here. News of it soon spread, and all the rival gangs were at each other's throats to get it. I really don't know who has it now. I believe that Krakow would have more information. Would you like me to give him a call and tell him that you would like to have a meeting with him? Yes. Okay, I'll set it up. Just go down to his place. If you will excuse me, I have a lot of business to attend to. So the whole thing is that there was some kind of book, some work of fiction that was left here on some expedition a long time ago. And the people of this planet, who are very impressionable, read this book about like gangsters from the 1920s Chicago or something like that. And they were very impressionable and decided to start copying that culture, and so they took on all these gangs and weapons and all kind of stuff. So that's why there's a gangster theme on this planet. Boss Krakow is waiting for you. Go on inside. There's Krakow. Kirk Oxmix told me what's going down. All I know is that Bonehead Malone owns it now. I can arrange a meeting between you and the Bonehead in the card room of the Weasel. If you can get the money, I'm sure he'll play you a game of Fizbin for the communicator. You'll have to excuse me since I have some business to attend to. So Fizbin is a card game that Captain Kirk just made up on the spot. That it's a most ridiculous game that has rules that change based on what card you draw and the day of the week, and it's ridiculousness. This room right here is don't touch anything. They are printing counterfeit money in that back room, but it's really well guarded and we need a lot of money. This part right here is what stumped me. You can completely fail this mission and never know it. In this building right here is a shop, and when we walk in, we are going to walk in on a burglary. Two burglars are going to be robbing the shop owner, and what we have to do is to stun them with our phaser to prevent the criminals from getting away. And then we have to make sure that we scan the criminals before we leave. If we go in and they get away, the mission has failed, but the game is not going to tell you that. You'll just continue playing the game trying to find a solution to the puzzle and not be able to. So we have to go in and stun each of the criminals before they escape. Help! Stop those hoodlums! They stole my money! Oh, okay, got him. I shot first, ask questions later. That's kind of Kirk style anyhow. We're gonna go up here and talk to this guy. Thank you for stopping them. Here, take this deck of marked cards. It may be of use to you later on. A marked cards being a set of playing cards that are marked in such a way that you can figure out what card it is by the design on the back. Look at all the Nintendos he has for sale on the shelves. So here is one of the criminals. There is a diamond on one of these robbers. I'll add it to our inventory until we can find the owner. Good job, Mr. Spot. Now, if they had gotten away, or if I had left the room without searching them, there'd be no way to... You have to have that diamond. You have to have that diamond. And that is what stumped me. So, if you remember, the drunk in the bar wanted rocks. And if a diamond isn't a rock, what is it? My head feels like it's gonna explode. If you got the rocks, I'll trade them to you. Here's a diamond. Great, here are the plates. Nice doing business with you. Watch out for the police. They've been trying to crack down on Sharky's operation. I remember playing this the first time thinking, oh, I have to avoid the police now because we're like, you know, trying to play this game with the gang members and whatnot. But they've painted Sharky, this character Sharky, out to be a antagonist. So although the drunk says to avoid the police, stay away from them, it's the opposite of what we want. Opposite of what we actually want to do. Can I help you? You know, here's those plates to make the counterfeit money that you've been looking for. Hey, we've been looking for these for a long time. Now we can shut down the counterfeit ring for good. We were good citizens, even though we're not citizens of this planet. We're not even from this time. So now that the counterfeit operation has been shut down, there's nobody here. Captain, the door has a crude lock on it. Perhaps we could use some of the items we have found to pick the lock. Well, a hairpin, right? It's kind of cumbersome that the items we picked up on other planets stay in our inventory, like we couldn't empty our pockets when we get to the Enterprise, but I digress. Good idea, Captain. Now all we need is something to turn the lock while picking it. And the only other item besides the deck of cards that we haven't used yet is the bomb. You got it, sir. Door's open. Look at all these machines and money just laying around. This stack contains about $5,000 of the local currency. Yes, add it to our inventory. Now, to be fair, this is counterfeit money, so I guess if we take some counterfeit money as a souvenir, is that still the same as stealing because it's not real money? I don't know. So back here at the back of the bar is where we can play Fizbin with Bonehead or whatever his name was. Okay, he's gonna let me walk in. Spot. All readings indicating things. I said it again. Anything, Bones? Okay. He doesn't speak. This guy has very few words. Money. That got his attention. I'll deal 4 cards. Whoever chooses the highest card wins. Are you ready? No. No, this is the only prompt in the entire game where you do not say yes. You always say yes, pick up the item. Do you want me to try to yes? Always say yes. This is the only prompt in the game. Did you say no? I'm going to come around here so you can see. And I'm going to give him our marked deck. Remember, we got a marked deck. So we're going to know what the card is before it's flipped over. Is it cheating? Yes. Is that how they play this game? Yes. So we're going to give this guy the marked card deck. Okay, Kirk. We'll use your cards. I'll pick the one on your right. Flips them over. Here's your card. Let's see what you got. You have Supernova, and I have a black hole. I guess you win, Kirk. Here's your communicator. Now that's what we beamed down for. To get a communicator. We wasn't trying to get dilithium crystals. We wasn't trying to revive some alien species. We just wanted to get that communicator so that they can never create the dimensional gate and they never destroy themselves. The communicator is literally all we came for. Kirk to Enterprise. 3 to beam up. So now we have averted the entire problem that began at the start of this game. So on the bridge, Kirk, Spock, and McCoy have a conversation. You look pensive, Spock. He says that he was contemplating whether our decision to alter history was against the forces of destiny. McCoy, who likes to antagonize him, says, Spock, I never would have thought a Vulcan would admit to believing in destiny. Frankly, I'm shocked. Spock says, I was simply taking a logical approach to a philosophical problem. Kirk says, I get the distinct impression that he's dodging the question. McCoy, who loves antagonizing. So, Spock, do we control our own destiny, or does it control us? And Spock, trying to be logical, says, in every situation, there are factors which are beyond our control. McCoy, breaking the fourth wall, asks, are you saying that we are merely characters in a game? Wink, wink. And Kirk has to break it up. Gentlemen, gentlemen, gentlemen. Our destiny awaits us. Mr. Sulu, take us home. And with that, we have finished Star Trek 25th Anniversary for the NES. Relatively short 4 mission game, adventure game. It's like a point and click game, but for NES. Really felt like a Star Trek episode. I really appreciate the attention, the respect that they paid to the source material. It wasn't, I feel like it wasn't just a game they slapped together and used Star Trek elements to produce a licensed game. I feel like they really did appreciate and build the game around Star Trek. So I hope you enjoyed this little excursion into Star Trek 25th Anniversary. Stay tuned and maybe we'll try out some of the other Star Trek games. Take care.